shapes, squares and circles, and also the formula for squares will get you the area for rectangles as well. So we're going to go ahead and start with rectangles today. So let's say we have a rectangle that is 3 by 4 inches. Alright. Now it's very simple, you just have to take the width by length of it. So we're going to take 3 by 4, and that will get you 12 inches. And because we're doing this, we need to square it. So it's going to be 12 inches squared. Let's go ahead and move on to an example of a square. We're going to do the same formula. We're going to have, let's say this is 7 feet by 7 feet. We're going to multiply those together to get 49 feet squared. Alright, and just one more so we have it locked in. Let's do one more rectangle. How about a 3 millimeter by 8 millimeter rectangle? So 3 times 8, once again, 24 millimeters squared. And pretty simple, that's how you get the area of rectangles and squares. We'll go ahead and move on to circles now.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about finding the area of a circle, and then after that we can talk a little bit about how you can use these measurements in everyday situations. So it's not just math problems, we're going to apply this to everyday life situations too. So to start, we're going to start with making a big little circle here. I need a new marker. It's not bright enough. There we go. That one sounds terrible, but it's okay. Alright, and then here is the middle of our circle, and I'm going to draw a diameter. Our diameter for this problem is 8 inches. So before we start this, we need the formula of how to find a circle, and that is pi times radius squared. So how do we find the radius? Because if this is the diameter, we need to find the radius. So we're going to divide this in half. So it's going to be actually 4 inches is our radius. And then pi equals 3.14, like we've talked about in other lessons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write out my formula to find the area, which is 3.14 times radius squared. 4 times 4 is 16, and that is going to give us an area of 50.24 inches. So that's our first problem. Now we're going to do another one, just for practice. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to bring it here. Make another one here, and this time I'm just going to give you the radius, because sometimes in your problems on the worksheets, they're going to come up like this too. So you just really have to pay attention when you're doing your math problems. So we've got 10 feet for the radius, so I'm going to write out that equation one more time. It's 3.14 times 10 squared is 100. So we're going to get an area of 314 feet. You can see that right there. Okay, and then let's talk a little bit about how you can apply these math problems for everyday situations. So,
Well, I know one way. I really like pizza. And if you guys ever go to a pizza joint and you want to feed your entire family, but you want to find out if a square pizza or circular pizza is going to feed more people, well, it's very now you know how to find the area of both, and you can figure out which way you'll get a better deal and feed more people. I know that's one way.
that is one way. And then for other everyday situations, I know I'm going to be an art teacher, and so sometimes in art there's so many measurements, and we have to find the area of different sizes of paper, and sometimes we have to find the different areas of circles even. So it's really applicable in that situation as well. And just one more time, I'm going to write out the formulas for each of these for while you're doing your lesson, just that way you can write it in your notes as well. So the formula for a square, I have to find a marker that actually works. Okay, square Remember, or a rectangle. Remember that it's going to be length times width. And for your circles, this is really important. I need a new marker. These are not working. There we go. For a circle, it's going to be pi times r squared. Make a note of that. And pi, always remember pi equals 3.14. Awesome.
Thank you guys.